Hello and welcome to a basic training for Harvest Manager 3. Harvest Manager is a software to collect data from your combine, from your forage harvester or other harvester machine. It's basically, you have three big areas in Harvest Manager. Here the big main area, main screen is where you will see your field map with all the plots. On the left side, you will see the last data, the last harvested plot. You have a green button, begin sequence button. With this button, you can start weighing and analyze what you have harvested. On the right, on the bottom side, on the right side, you have this current weight. This shows you the weight of the current, what you is currently in your weighing box. Yes. At the moment, you see the current weight jumping up and down. This means I am actually not connected to any harvester machine or combine. So I use the simulation mode, and in simulation mode, the current weight we will generate. The machine simulates some random numbers. But I think you don't need to worry about this. This is just to get to see that something is in my weighing box. So to start harvesting, it's very easy. I go to the File menu and then select Create Field, and then this window appears. And here I can give a field name. For example, this is my test field 123. I have to define how many columns and rows I have. For example, I have 10 columns and 4 rows. And then I just press OK. And this is what I get. A field map with 40 plots. So now I am ready to harvest. For example, now I drive to my plot 1-1 on the bottom left corner with my machine, with my combine or grass harvester or whatever machine. I cut this plot 1-1 and then I press the green begin sequence button. And now the weighing, the analyzing and other stuff, cleaning continues. It depends on what kind of machine you have, what's going on. And after having harvested one plot, I receive the results. Here in the last data at the moment, I see here the plot number, it's plot 1-1, the plot number and the comment. Later, I will show you how to see also the weight. When you look at the field map, the plot which we just have harvested has a yellow border around it, and the next plot we are going to harvest and to analyze is the plot 2-1. So in real life, now I drive with my machine to plot 2-1, I cut it, and when I am done, I press again the begin sequence button and I harvest the next plot. And then this plot is done. When I move with my mouse over the plot which is harvested, I see a lot of all the data which I have collected from this plot. And yeah, and at the moment I see here the plot number 1-1, and also the plot ID, which is a unique number created by Harvest Manager. I see the date, the time, and the weight. For example, 18.8 kilos or here 21.7 kilos. And that's basically how I can use Harvest Manager. Cut a plot with my machine, press the button, and then you see here this progress window appears, which shows you what's going on um, in the machine. And this depends, of course, of the setup of your machine. If you have a NIRS or not, if you have a combine, if you have a grass harvester, if you have a silage harvester, if you take sample or not, and yeah, and on other things. So that's very much dependent on your setup of your machine. So that's basically how we can use Harvest Manager in a very, very simple way. Drive with my machine, with my combine to a plot, cut it, and press the sequence button. And on most combines or other hydro machines, we have the sequence button on our joystick, so you don't have to, you can leave your hand on the joystick, press this button on the joystick to start the weighing and analyzing process. Now let's go a little bit deeper. First of all, here on the left side, at the moment I see my plot, a plot number and comment. I want to see my weight I have harvested. So I make a right click on my field map and select the top entry, which means show elements. Once I click this, I see here a list of all the available data I have. I have here, for example, weight 1, and I can select where I want to see it. At the moment, it's selected here, show in plot grid, and when I select here, show in side panel, then the weight 1 is seen here on my left side panel. And I can select print on protocol. This means if I have a protocol printer connected, the weight 1 is also printed on my protocol. Then I have, for example, the moisture. I want to see it also in my left side, so I click it here. And the comment here on my left side I don't want to see, so I unclick this one. And let's say, for example, I don't want to see the date in my field map. I uncheck this. Once I have done this, I press OK, and now I see the result, the weight, the moisture on my left side, and I don't see the date and time here in my field map. So in this way, I can set up what parameters I want to see in which area. Okay, that's one step. Next is how I want to drive through my field map, how I want to cut my plots. I guess most people, they drive some kind of a serpentine direction, drive up, they turn around, drive down, and once they are reach the bottom one, they drive up again. And this is defined by my driving direction. I can always change my driving direction. For example, now I'm driving this serpentine direction, but I want to change it and want to drive always from bottom upwards. So I click on this driving direction as icon and select my driving direction. For example, sequential vertical. This means I drive up and down. And then also I have to select how I want to drive. So I want to drive up. from bottom upward. And once I'm reached my top line, I go to the right, to the next column to the right. So I select up and right and press OK. So now I'm actually at plot 3.2 and I want to continue with plot 1.2 and drive upwards. So I select the Move to Plot button, select plot 1.2. So I will continue at plot 1.2, and again I can change my driving direction. I leave it as I have selected it the last time, press OK. Now I'm driving from plot 1.2 to 3.2, and after I have reached 3.2, I will continue with the third column on plot 1.3. Let's see if this is actually happening. It should. So we harvest plot 3.2 and 4.2 is already harvested, so I continue with plot 1.3. Yeah, and then I drive up the next, my column 3. So, and it's always possible to change my driving direction, either by when I pressed on the driving direction, I can, let's say, for example, I want to drive this serpentine like from left to right. I use this sequential horizontal, not vertical, but horizontal one. I drive right and I press OK. So I continue from plot 2.3. I do my row 2. Yeah, just to see how it looks like. From 2.3 I go to 2.4 to 2.5 and I move into the right direction. So at any time you can change your driving direction, and at any time you can continue at another plot. For example, when you think, oh, I don't want to continue now with plot 2.5, I want to continue with plot 4.10. You go to the Move to Plot button, and then you see this button gets red, and the mouse on your field layout becomes to a cross. So when the mouse pointer is across, you have to select a plot. So I select plot 4.10. And again, this driving pattern appears. Now I want to select certain vertical drive, and I want to drive down and then leftwards. Press OK, and this is how I continue from now on. So at any time you can change this driving pattern. And now let's go back again to the File menu. I say File, Create Field. I do again test field 4455. Let's say 10 columns, 4 rows. And here you have also again the driving pattern which you can select. And by default, it's the driving pattern up and right and serpentine vertical. So this means by default, my start circle is in the bottom left plot. But you can change it. For example, when you know I don't want to drive with this pattern, I want to start, for example, on my right side, bottom right side. I select my driving direction to the left. Then I drive from right to left. So press OK and see the circle is on the right side. This is one thing. Another thing is this, which I can select, is this random pattern. So I can manually select the plots which I am going to harvest. Let's select this random now, and I press OK. Now I have to select with the mouse the plots which I am going to harvest, and once I'm done, I press the escape button. So I press OK, and let's say this is the first one, the second one, the fourth one, the fifth one, and the sixth one. The fifth one. So this is these are the plots I'm going to harvest in this sequence. If it's maybe it's not really a practical way, but maybe there is really when you have a big plot and you want to harvest only a few ones, you can pick them up. Okay, I'm done with harvesting. I can either press the escape button on my keyboard to end with the selecting mode, or I make a right click with my mouse and say select here end selection mode. So end selection mode. And the next plot I'm going to harvest is plot 1.8. So I press start button, start begin sequence, and I do the analyze plot 1.8, and the next one is plot 1.6, and then I think it was plot 2.5. We will see. Yeah, so this is now I'm jumping kind of in a very random way through my field map. Okay, that's one of the very simple and easy way with how you can use Harvest Manager. And in the next video, we get a little bit deeper. I hope you enjoy it.